On the undercarriage of your car sits something very enticing to thieves. Tulsa police say your catalytic converter could be worth hundreds of dollars, and it only takes a few minutes for a thief to cut it off. A recent surge in this crime has police stepping up their efforts to stop the thefts, along with Oklahoma lawmakers. 2 News Oklahoma's senior reporter Sharon Phillips breaks down the theft process and what officers are doing to keep your vehicle intact.
High-dollar metals inside your catalytic converter are attracting thieves and leaving car owners, like Tim Cameron, out hundreds of dollars.
Well, about 6 weeks ago, I got up in the morning, started my car up like I was going to go on about my business, and the first thing I noticed was I had a huge hole in my muffler. Something was really wrong.
Cameron says he quickly realized what had happened because his son just had his stolen too. He called Tulsa police and filed a report.
But they gave me kind of the impression that they were a little bit overwhelmed with this. And to be honest, I felt like they were probably playing whack-a-mole, the old game where you hit one and one or two others show up.
Lieutenant Brad Staggs heads up the unit that investigates these types of crimes.
Those metals are high dollar right now, and so the criminals are actively stealing those catalytic converters and then taking them to recycling businesses to get the money for them and the metal out of them.
He says because of the high dollar that's being offered for the metals, thieves are being extremely bold.
They're stealing them in the daylight. They're stealing them in about 3 to 5 minutes. It doesn't take them long to get underneath a car and cut them off.
Right now, police are targeting the cutters, but in February, they encountered a buyer who had a large number of catalytic converters at his home.
There was around 140 catalytic converters that were at his residence. I think we found some additional ones, maybe 10 more up at the shop in North Tulsa.
Police arrested this man, Daniel Lewis. Lieutenant Staggs says he acted as a buyer from the cutters that police are targeting, and they were surprised at the number of converters discovered at his home. Officers tell 2 News that different metals go for different prices, but they are seeing a large number of converters stolen from the Prius. Since most catalytic converters do not have VIN numbers on them, the Tulsa Police Department has come up with a very unique way to start tracking them. Staggs says that other communities across the country implemented VIN etching programs where they will work with other businesses to provide free VIN etching to victims who have had their vehicle targeted multiple times.
We're trying to work up a program right now where we can get that started.
And that's not all.
We were working with Ross Ford, Representative Ross Ford, to try to get some of those loopholes cleaned up about who can buy them and where they can take them to.
Representative Ford is looking to beef up burglary laws by making stolen parts from the outside of a vehicle a third-degree burglary. Another bill would forbid those previously convicted of stealing catalytic converters from owning tools that make those types of thefts possible. Ford says these 2 bills would give law enforcement the power to not only punish those who commit catalytic converter theft justly, but also prevent potential theft from occurring. We did some checking and found that Midas here in Tulsa is repairing dozens of cars each month due to stolen catalytic converters.
Within Tulsa, we probably did about 75 or 80 catalytic converters. So we have seen quite a spike in catalytic converter theft, unfortunately.
The car will not run without it for very long.
For Tim Cameron, the solution is simple.
I know the police are doing their best, but obviously somebody needs to do something about the people who are receiving these stolen goods and identify the outlets.
In Tulsa, Sharon Phillips, 2 News Oklahoma.
If Representative Ford's bill passes and becomes law, people like Daniel Lewis would face even greater consequences. Right now, he's facing several charges, including possession of a firearm and possession of a stolen vehicle and conspiracy. You may be wondering what metals thieves are after in catalytic converters and how much you can get for them. We took a closer look and found thieves are after 3 specific metals. They include titanium, platinum, and rhodium. Each converter has different amounts of metals in each, and so the price will vary depending on the size. However, 2 News has learned that some converters can fetch up to hundreds of dollars.